Thank you. All right, so our topic this month is Computer Science Education Week, and we've got some resources and ideas to help you make that successful. So CS Ed Week is always held during the first week of December, which is for Grace Hopper's birthday. She was born on December 9th, and everybody knows the term debugging. She and her team are credited with popularizing that term in computer science. And it's just basically like an annual celebration of computer science education and how we can inform our community and our stakeholders why CS Ed is important and advocate and celebrate computer science. So you probably have already heard about csedweek.org. They have just launched a brand new website last week, which has lots of resources, posters, and activities. And also the hourofcode.com has lots of activities if you need some inspiration this year. And we have a couple of presenters tonight. First on our list is Erin Bell. She's the Innovative Strategies Coordinator for the Oklahoma Public School Resource Center, and she is also the code.org regional partner.
All right, thank you all for having me here tonight. I'm usually at these meetings, but I'm thankful to be able to speak. It was so exciting to listen to the elementary breakout room group. Everybody seems to be really excited about teaching computer science. We have a teacher that's pretty new, and she's already done an unplugged binary bracelets activity and said that the kids loved it. So that was so great to hear. As Kristen said, I'm Erin Bell. I'm with the Oklahoma Public School Resource Center. That's okay, Kristen. Okay. And I am in charge of our code.org regional partnership. So if you guys, I know I've seen a lot of your names, and some of you I know from our workshops and our professional learning program. If you have questions about code.org and you go through their website and it says contact your regional partner, I'm the person that gets that email. So I'm here to support you and connect you to resources that you might need. So this year's Hour of Code's theme is Celebrate Computer Science Everywhere. And this, I really like this, and I like the visual of this because I think that especially as we're talking to families and administrators and other shareholders in our communities, they need to understand that computer science is not that standalone computer class, that it really is everywhere. And that's why it's so important for students to learn about computer science. Just like they learn about health and they learn about government, computer science is literally everywhere and they need to know about it. So this is the theme this year. And really this year, code.org wanted to make sure that students just have an awareness that computer science is in every industry and every field. I know that when I was teaching, especially fifth graders, they start saying, well, I want to be a designer, or I want to be a filmmaker, I want to be a rock star. They need to understand that computer science is in all of those fields. It's not just, oh, I want to work with computers, so I'm going to take computer science. And that's one thing that code.org is trying to raise awareness about this year, is that everyone understands that it's everywhere. It's part of our infrastructure. It's part of healthcare. And so that's what I'm going to talk a little bit about, how you can connect your students to those kinds of resources. Now, I know Karen's going to talk a little bit more about hosting an Hour of Code, and I just put these links in here. If you are, if you've never been to the Hour of Code website, you can click on there. It gives you lots of activities to do. It connects you to the different games that can be used for Hour of Code. One thing that's really important is if you register your Hour of Code, we have a record of who is using, who's participating. And I can send stickers to you. We can try to recognize your school. We can contact you to see if there's anything that you need. I should be getting lots of swag from code.org pretty soon that I can send out to schools or maybe deliver to those of you who are in my area. So if you register your Hour of Code, I'll be able to see that, or you can also just email me. One of the things I just wanted to highlight, I asked a friend who's been teaching computer science at 3 different elementary schools for several years, and they use code.org's curriculum. And of course, Hour of Code doesn't seem new to those students who are using code.org or who are using computer science curriculum. It's not novel anymore. So I asked about the things that they are doing to make Hour of Code special for those students who are coding frequently. So one of the games, and I enjoyed this one as well whenever I taught, is Ozaria. It's on the Hour of Code site. If you have students who are familiar with like Legend of Zelda, those kind of quest games, it's like that, but it does use coding languages, and I think they can choose between 2 or 3 different languages on there. That's a fun one that's a little different. It's not just the dance party game that they try to do every year. Coding Town is sort of like Minecraft, I'm told. A really good friend of mine texted me the other day. She said, "You've got to put kids on Coding Town. They love it. It's so engaging, and they're asking to do it every week." And then if you are trying to do a lesson that's related to machine learning or artificial intelligence, code.org has a game or a lesson on Hour of Code called AI for Oceans. And it teaches students about the process of programming artificial intelligence. And it can be used at all grade levels. So something new for code.org this year is CS Journeys. And CS Journeys is a curriculum that really lets students see all the different things that computer science has to offer. So they have virtual field trips. I think one is to an Amazon warehouse. Kristen, would you click on the CS Journeys link and just scroll down a bit to, yes. So you can do a virtual field trip, and if you can do it live, but if you cannot do it the day that they are offering it, they do have recordings of the field trips. And so they do have 1 or 2 more left in this school year, I believe. And they are really pretty dynamic experiences for the kids. They feel like they're really up close. They have chats that come with actual lesson plans. So you can schedule for your, it's actually through Eventbrite. So you're not scheduling it just for your class, but you can sign up to be a part of the live chat, and you can talk to different people in the computer science field. They even have people that are working with movies. They have artists, and the kids get to chat with them. And yeah, it looks like, so there's some different field trips that they have available. And the chats, I have been told again by my friends that are in the classroom that they have really enjoyed that, because they do come with lesson plans, and you are able to watch the recording if you can't do the chat live. Then they also have some career exploration activities that just gives you sort of a place to start with your class about what kinds of careers are available. They have a little bit of a project-based learning approach to that. They use some of the things in code.org's curriculum, like the Sprite Lab. They encourage kids to make career posters using Sprite Lab. So they have some cross-curricular activities there. And so that's basically incorporating CS Journeys would be the virtual field trips, the chats, and then the career exploration. And I think that CS Ed Week would be a good time to talk about that, because maybe your students are used to getting on the Hour of Code site and using and playing with those games and playing around, but maybe they haven't really thought about the career. So if you are a veteran Hour of Code teacher, you might check out CS Journeys this year. And then I have one more thing, Kristen, I don't know if you realized, but our workshop was full. We are working with TRSA to do a CS Fundamentals workshop in Tulsa this Saturday, but we had 3 people that have had to cancel. So right now we have 3 spots left. I think we might just have, I think somebody just maybe registered. We have 2 or 3 spots left. So if you're interested, it's in Tulsa from 9 to 4 on Saturday, and it is free. And this is the elementary code.org training.
So they just need to go sign up at that link, correct?
Yes. You would just click on the link, and you'll get registered.
And not only is it free to attend, but TRSA is offering stipends for your time. And I just put together some materials. So materials to do the unplugged activity and some books for your class as well relating to computer science. So we don't like empty seats. Funders don't like empty seats either. So if you're interested, click on that link and join us on Saturday.
And you get breakfast and lunch provided by us, and it's going to be yummy.
Yay.
I just put that link in the chat box too.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Well, before we move on, are there any questions for Erin before we move on to Karen? All right, well, Erin, could you put your email in the chat? And then if you think of something later, or you have a question about Hour of Code or code.org, she is your go-to person for that. Oh, and Randa says, will they have events like this for high school students? Are you talking about Hour of Code type events, or are you talking about professional development for high school teachers, Randa?
Well, something similar to what they're doing for the elementary, I guess.
For Saturday.
Yeah, what they're doing for Saturday.
We haven't set the dates, but each summer we have a 5-day professional learning program, and it is free for most teachers to attend. I think it's pretty much, I don't think we've really ever had to have very many people pay, just because we're able to find some generous funders, and most of your schools qualify for scholarships through code.org. So I don't have the dates yet, but we will have high school and middle school professional learning programs this summer.
Okay,
And
awesome.
we will be partnering with them again this summer to provide stipends and materials again this summer. So
yeah.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Thank you very much, Erin.